Got a huge range of color in it. I mean, so much of the process of working with this material, for me, is just, going into the studio and just having fun with the medium and seeing how far I can push it, what I can do with it. I'm very much a craftsman. My art has always been based on, in some sense, in craft. I like to go out there and work with my hands and get dirty and and just have this. It's hard to explain. It's like I get an idea, and then the process of making that idea tangible and real is what I love. I love that process. And then when it's done, it's kind of like, it's almost like a residual of the process. The object that's left over from the process. That's where I get my joy and passion, is the process of doing it and seeing it done. And then at that point, it becomes an artifact of that process in some ways. I had never, before this series of work, used photography as a starting point for my sculptures. When I was in Germany, I had some more time than I have here, or used it differently, I guess that would be a way of saying it. But I did spend some time with the photographic images, manipulating them on the computer and like that. And when I came back to Houston, I had these images, and these images were very much in my mind. So one day I thought, well, what if I just took one of these and translated it into 3-dimension in steel? And I did it, and then I did another one, and I did another one. Then I thought, a couple of these are pretty good. I think I'd like to see how it works at a larger scale. And then I took them up to a scale. So there was a process of going from photograph to a series of smaller pieces to see how I could translate it, in the photograph, into the medium of steel. And then, having been happy with the results of that, decided to make a few of these smaller pieces into a larger format. Because I'm not really a very good draftsman. I never show anybody my drawings. I seem to be able to draw better with a tool, a plasma cutter or a grinder or something like that, than with a pencil. I don't know why, but I'm more confident with a piece of steel and a plasma cutter than I am with a piece of paper and a pencil. Well, the colors in the steel are all manipulated. I use chemicals. I put chemicals onto the surface of the steel, and the chemicals cause the steel to oxidize. It's rust. It's just different colors of rust is all it is. But the range that I'm able to get is it's pretty wide. I mean, when you look careful, there's subtle blues, and there's yellows and oranges and browns and blacks, and occasionally you even get a little white and stuff that even looks purple and toward the red a little bit. So in that process, it's not quite like making a painting, in that if you mix up a color with paint on a palette and you pick it up with your brush and you put it on the canvas, that color is not going to be a surprise to you. You just moved it over there. With these chemical processes, there is some surprise. There's some unknown, some uncertainty, and you don't know what you're going to get.